Let's get started with the feet under the shoulders. Begin to turn from your hips and your waist, knocking across the belly and low back. Knocking on the door of life. To awaken the spine, clear lower back stiffness, clear stagnation from the internal organs, and get your energy moving for the day. We tap those kidneys and adrenal glands at the low back, and then bring the hand up to the chest to knock just below the collarbone. Hitting some acupoints for the lungs, and then over the shoulder for the gallbladder and the brain. Nice firm slap there on the trapezius, clearing tension between the neck and shoulder. And then back to the chest. Belly. And slow it down. Next we'll move into some hip circles. Keep your feet where they are. Begin to circle your hips. You can tuck your tail as your hips go back, giving a little stretch and rounding to the lower spine. Clearing stiffness and stagnation. Go the other way. You can take some deep breaths through the nose. Next, the spinal wave. Hips forward, lifting the chin, hips back, drop the chest and chin, rolling up on the way up. Tailbone tuck, push the hips forward to roll up. Loosening up the spine, helping flush the cerebral spinal fluid. We'll go the other direction. From the top, we tuck the chin, roll down, hips glide back. Lift the chin and press the hips forward to come up. This wave rolls down the spine. In Qigong, we say the energy gets stagnant at the joints, and the spine is made up of many joints, so try our best to open that up. Let's combine these movements, going back into the hip circle and adding the spinal wave. I call these dragon spirals. When you put a wave and a circle together, you get a spiral. So move that pattern through the hips and spine. Maybe feeling a nice stretch along the waist or abdomen. Let's go the other direction with that circle. Same direction with the spine, though. So rolling that wave down the spine by tucking the chin and diving down. Let's go the other direction with the hips and with the spine. So now the chin is lifted as we come down and then tucks as we roll up. Don't worry if you don't get this movement on the first go at this routine. Spiraling movement through the hips, spine, torso. And then we'll go the other direction with the hips. Same direction with the spine. And back to the center. Good job. Next, we're going to find a staggered stance. So we call this bow and arrow stance, or gong bu. And we're going to do our spinal wave from here. So shifting your weight forward and then shifting back as we roll up. Shift the weight forward, drop the chin, shift back, roll up. And this one we're opening the spine, but we're also starting to get into the hip flexor, that back leg that's extended. When we come to the top of that wave, you might feel that here. We're going to pause now, tuck the tailbone under for more stretch at the front of that hip. Let's go again. We wave, tuck the tailbone, and hold. Stretch the front of your hip. Again, wave, tuck, and hold. And then let's find that on the other side. Turn your gong bu to the other side. Shift forward. Shift back as we roll up. Shift forward, chest comes down. Shift back, roll up. You can breathe with this too. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And then let's hold it as a stretch again with that tail tuck. Squaring the hips forward helps too. Rolling up, tuck tail, square hips, stretch the front of your hip. You should feel the stretch on the side of the leg that's extended behind you. Great muscle to stretch here, or muscle group to stretch if you do a lot of sitting. It's the hips flexors. Now, keeping the stance wide, you can turn your toes out here. We'll knock on the door of life again, this time with a wide stance and a weight shift. So knocking on the door of life from Ma Bu, or horse stance. Creating a little more heat and circulation in the legs here. Come up to the chest again. Wake up the lung qi. Invigorating the qi. Over the shoulder. Clear stagnation from the head. Back to chest, belly, and relax. Good. This next one is a variation of teacups. We're going to spiral under, trying to keep the palm face up. Comes overhead. We come across, under the armpit, across, and over the head. And wherever the hand moves, our weight is shifting that direction as well. So we shift the weight left and right. No particular breathing on this one. Just a nice silk reeling, or basically making the joints strong and supple here, especially through the shoulder, but also the elbow, wrist, hips, knees. Let's switch sides. Palm face up like you're holding a cup of tea, balancing it on the palm of your hand. Try to keep the palm as close to face up as we can the whole time. Making the whole body strong and supple. Mobile, but stabile. Making up words here. Very nice. Back to the center. Let's turn back to Gong Wu, bow and arrow stance. One palm face down. The palm that's on the forward leg side will go face forward. And we're going to pulse from here, sinking back, hands by the chest, and then spread the palms. This one's called the swallow, flies through the clouds. We shift forward. Feeling a bit of jin, or internal force here, as we push off that back foot. Like this internal force expands through the body. Then we're going to shift forward. You can have your foot just toes touching the ground, maybe a little bit off, but the full posture, if you can manage it, is you come parallel to the ground, staying looking forward. Your back leg reaching back through the heel, your front hand reaching through the pinky edge of the palm. Very nice. That's a tricky balance one. Again, don't worry if you don't get it today. Let's turn the other way. We'll do it on the other side. Again, front leg is the hand reaching forward. So we sink back and then pulse forward. Feeling that jin, that line of internal force going from the back foot. Like as you press into the earth presses back into you, and that power expands across the body to the fingertips. This isn't quite the same thing as qi, but it feels quite similar. Then you can scoot forward. You can stay touching the ground if you need to. Lift that back foot a little bit if that's the most you can do, or the full thing is come parallel to the ground. Reaching the hands away from each other, reaching the heel and the face away from each other. Little dynamic unifying opposition there. Good. Settle that back foot And here come the swallows just in time, flying through the clouds. I don't know what kind of birds those are. Let's turn back to the right. We'll square the hips over the right foot. And we'll hinge forward over the right leg, finding a hamstring stretch. We're going to find 3 positions here. The second one, we turn the hips and side tilt over that front leg. And then we turn the hips forward again, fold forward again, but this time twist over that front leg. So this is to stretch the hamstring at the middle, inside and outside. Very important, the spine stays straight. Please stay straight. Now we're going to move through it as 3 moving stretches. Hands come down to the leg or foot or wherever you reach. Other hand comes across your low back, we twist. So here, left hand's going to raise. We're going to inhale. And exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, right hand across your low back, twist, look over the right shoulder. Please keep your spine straight. It really helps to just slide your hand up the leg a little further. You can touch the thigh instead of the shin or the foot. But don't round your back to get into this position. You can really hurt your spine that way. Nice deep breath, stretching inner hamstring, middle hamstring, outer hamstring. And on this last one, we're just going to hold whichever of those positions felt tightest. I find most people it's the outer line here, but yours might be different. So just a couple breaths. And let's walk it up. And find your way to the other side. Turning your stance. So your front foot is straight. I know you can't see my feet here. Back foot's about 45 degrees. We square the hips over the front foot. Reach your crown long to keep your spine straight. And hinge over that front leg. Just till you get a stretch. You don't have to go any further. Come back up and try a side tilt. Again, we're not side bending the spine here. Square back forward, front tilt. With a twist, outer hamstring stretch. Just finding those 3 positions, making sure we're safe. Then let's slide down. Let's go through the real thing. Inhale, right hand up, turning the pelvis to the right. Exhale, pelvis turns forward. Inhale, we twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. So let's inhale as we rotate, and exhale through the center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Nice, slow, mindful stretch. Keeping strong, though. Keep your back and waist strong. Keep that spine straight. Let's hold whichever position was the tightest. Qigong isn't always relaxed. Sometimes we need some effort to accomplish our goals here. Let's walk it up. Come back to the center. Step your feet in, and let's start to get into the shoulders. We're going to do very small circles, as fast as we can, reaching out through the fingertips, keeping the arms perfectly straight. Then medium circles, moving as fast as we can, trying to keep the torso as still as possible, isolating the movement into the shoulder joint. Then full range of motion, if you can. Don't hurt your joints. If you feel any pinching or tearing or anything horrible like that, don't do it. But as full a range of motion as you can. And then backwards. It should burn a little. It should be challenging. Might be tiring out your shoulders here a bit. Let's go medium circles. This one's nice to invigorate some blood flow into the shoulders and work the stabilizers. Small circles. Those stabilizers are so important in the shoulders for preventing injuries, keeping us strong. All right, shake it out. Very nice. We've earned a little relaxing stretch. Let's take the hands on the hips and circle the head. Loosen up between neck and shoulders. Go the other way. Take your palms face down, a little bit out to your sides, fingers point forward, and then spiral, thumbs behind you as you open up and twist the neck. Inhale, spiral, thumbs back, turn the chin over the shoulder. Exhale, relax to the center. Inhale, the owl turns its head. Exhale, center. Inhale, open. Spiral. Exhale, center. Opening across neck and shoulders. Let's hold for a breath or two. And other side. Very nice. You've officially made it through our warm-up section. Ironically, the warm-ups are sort of the hardest part in Qigong. But let's begin to shake. Bounce into your lower legs, using the strength of your feet, calves, and let the rest of your body just relax into the shake. Let it undulate, as though your body were just a human-shaped blob of gelatin with bones suspended in it. Everywhere that's not a bone, let it soften into gelatin, into a gelatinous undulation as you sigh out the mouth. Bring it to a close. Let's begin to line our body up for stance training. Dropping the tail, sinking the sternum, elevating the crown, tucking the chin back, feeling the spine long. Round your arms in front of your chest as though you were embracing a thick oak trunk. Palms face towards the chest, fingers point towards each other. Elbows are a little lower than the hands. Keep your torso stacked over your hips. Many people wind up pushing their hips forward on this one and sort of leaning back in their upper torso. Keep the head over the torso over the hips over the feet. To build more power, more structure, more energy here, bring your weight to your toes. If you need to release more tension and stress, it's often more ideal to sink the weight to the heels. This will drop the chi down through the body to the earth. Placing the weight in the toes more raises the chi through the structures of the body, energizing and building. Our mouth is closed, and the tongue is gently resting on the roof of the mouth, with the tongue just behind the top front teeth. The breath is through the nose, and it's completely natural. We're not trying to force the breath to the belly. The mind is diffuse through the body. It's aware of the breath, aware of the posture, aware of the sensation of the body, emotion, breath, energy. The mind is not meddling. It's not trying to cause the chi to do anything. The mind is simply aware of the present moment experience within the body. And there is a gentle, consistent, continual refinement of the posture here. The body doesn't like to stay in this posture, so when we're not paying attention, the chin untucks, the crown sinks. All the little pieces gradually fall away. So we just continually replace them into their positions. Tail sinking, chest contained, fingers spread, chin back, tongue on the roof of the mouth, crown floating, breath soft and natural, awareness soaking into the body like water into a sponge. This will be a 5-minute meditation today. Shouldn't be much longer now. But instead of counting the seconds, just keep bringing your mind back to the sensation of your body here in space. And this is the sensation of your natural breath. About 2 minutes left. Holding these postures is perhaps the most tedious part of Qigong, but is also widely considered the most important. This is the aspect that builds the structures in the body that can truly conduct and contain a higher level of qi, of vitality. There may be no other practice that really conditions the body in this way in Qigong. Just about 1 more minute. Keep your mind focused with breath and body. The burn in your shoulders gets better over time with practice, but feel free to rest them if you need. Press it down. We'll go into a slow buildup of Tai Chi Opening. Inhale just a little part way up. Exhale down. Inhale about halfway up. Exhale slowly down, breathing entirely through the nose. And inhale all the way up to shoulder height. Exhale down, beginning to enter the flow, keeping some of our structure, but beginning to move with more relaxation. Go into a movement called parting the clouds to see the sun. One hand is up by the face, the other brushing down by the hips. We shift the weight towards the upper hand side, and then shift the weight as we switch the hands. Hand switch, we shift, and then turn the hips to that side. Switch the hands, shift the weight, and then turn the hips to that side. You can just breathe natural for now. Through the nose. Mindfully aware of the body as we move. Now we're going to take a small step to the right. I'll mirror you. The hands extend through the fingers. It's called playing the lute. Draw back. Touch the heels of the palms together and press towards the right. And then step back into parting the clouds. A few times here. It's like the lower hand is skimming the surface of a tranquil pond, and the upper hand is communicating that tranquility, that stillness to the mind. From peace and stillness, we step into power and purpose, piercing to the left now. Dropping back. Touch heels of the palms. This is called ward off in Tai Chi. We press. And then back into parting the clouds. We'll go through this cycle one more time on each side. Here, just breathing naturally. Breath doesn't always have to sync up with movements or be controlled in Qigong. Just allow your breath to be soft, quiet, and deep. Step again to the right. Piercing. Feel power from the earth come up the back leg all the way to the fingertips. Drop back. Small step. Press off the back foot, and again feel that power spread up to the arms, parting the clouds, finding stillness within movement. As you gain mastery of the movement, don't let your mind wander. Keep the mind with the body through every millimeter of the movement. Anchor your awareness in the present moment through the reality of the body. Peace into power, step and pierce. Roll back and ward off. Stepping back under the shoulders, pull down the sky, inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, scanning the body from head to toe as the hands press down. Closing our practice, sinking and settling the chi, settling the mind and the heart, sinking the chi into the lower dantian, into the legs, the feet, and the earth. Grow roots like the mountain. Step the feet together, fold the hands below the navel, and here allow your body to rock and sway like one of these tall strands of alpine grass, yielding to the breeze. We just allow the chi to circulate naturally through the body, bringing healing and harmony wherever it's needed. Stepping out, circling the belly to store our chi, our last movement. Circling clockwise up your right side and down your left, following the intestines as we gather the energy into the organs and the reservoir of energy at the lower abdomen. Center right there below the navel. Pausing there. Feel peaceful but full of vitality. This isn't just a place we feel after Qigong, but it's a place we can live from through cultivation and training. Take a breath and a sigh to release. Hope you enjoyed that training. Visit nicklaufrey.com for my free course and much more.